Hi, and thanks for joining me for the class today. So today we're doing a nice gentle conditioning class focused on strengthening around our glutes and our core muscles. So we're going to start the class in standing, then we're going to come down onto our sides and onto our backs as well today. Remember, always work to a level that you feel comfortable with, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy it. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to bring our toes apart and those heels apart. So feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight onto the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through those feet. Good. Knees are nice and soft, so not locked back. Hands up onto your pelvis very gently. We're going to tilt the pelvis forward and then tilting it back. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. Again, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So in that nice neutral position of the pelvis. Good. Ribs are soft, collarbones nice and wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. So it's going to start by opening out through our chest with our book opener. So I'm going to bring my palms facing towards me, and then we're going to open out those palms, open out those hands, and then fold back. So as if you're opening out a book and folding back. So if you can, we're going to breathe out, opening out, breathe in, folding back. Breathe out, opening out, breathe in, folding back. And again, breathe out, open out, breathe in, fold back. Good, last few here, opening out and fold back. Well done, and again. And back, one more time, opening out and fold back. Well done, relax those arms back down. Okay, so we're going to go straight into our balance series here. So still keeping those feet that hip width distance apart. I'm going to float my hands up to that shoulder height, come up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. I want to keep those knees that hip width distance apart, not let them knock in or widen as we lower down. Good, and again, float those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good, and again, float those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good, and again, float those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. And again, raising up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Now this time, if you can, we're going to float those hands up towards the ceiling, come up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good, and again, float those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good, and again, float those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Let's do a few more here, raising those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Last couple here, raise those arms up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. One last time, reaching up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Well done, relax those shoulders, very good. Okay, so we're going to work our legs a little bit more here. I'm going to have one leg just in front. The leg you're standing on, keep that knee soft, it's going to work hard to support us. And we're going to flex at the hip, raise that leg up and lower down. No higher than that hip height, we're lifting and lowering. And if you can, we're going to float those hands back up to that shoulder height and down, lifting with that leg and lowering. Good, and again, lifting up and lowering. Well done, lifting and lowering. Keeping that control, that leg you're standing on, keep that knee soft, well done. Raising and down, well done. Now on this next one, if you can, we're going to add a hip twist movement. So we're going to float those hands up, open out those hands, open out that leg, fold back together and down. Now it's not a big movement, we're just opening out just a little way, just as far as comfortable, fold back and down. Good, and again, floating up, opening out, fold back and down. Good, well done, and again, floating up, opening out, fold back and down. Well done, and again, lifting up, opening out, fold back and down. Good, a few more here. Opening out, fold back and down. Last couple, lift up, open out, fold back and down. One last time. Opening out, fold back and down. Well done. Okay, let's do the same the other side. So opposite leg just in front. And we're going to start just by flexing that hip, so just lifting and lowering. So no higher than that hip height, we're lifting up and down. So we can bring those arms back in, floating up to that shoulder height and down. And again, lift up and down. Float those hands up and lowering down. Well done. So So keeping that control, that leg you're standing on, that knee soft. It's working hard to support you on that leg. Lifting and lowering. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Now on this next one, if you can, we're going to float up, hold that there, open out into that hip twist, fold back and down. Good. And again, floating up, opening out, fold back and down. Good. And again, lifting up, opening out, fold back and down. Good. And again, lifting up, open out, fold back and down. Well done. And again, float those hands up, open out, fold back and down. Last few here, keeping that control. It's not a huge movement, just opening out as far as comfortable, lifting up, open out, fold back and down. Let's do one more time. Opening out, fold back and down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to bring in our abdominals a little bit here. And I'm going to stretch one leg behind me. Same side, we're going to reach my hand up towards the ceiling. And I'm going to bring that elbow towards the knee. They don't need to touch. And reach away. So just in that direction, folding in, reach away. And again, fold in, reach away. So nice and control and away. Let's do 8 more here. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring that arm back down, fold that leg back in. Do the same on the other side. So reach that leg away. Same side, that arm we're going to reach up towards the ceiling. And we're going to bring that elbow to knee and reach away. And again, elbow, knee, reach away. So we're folding in, stretch away. Fold in and stretch away. Let's do 8 more. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring that arm back down, fold that leg back in. Very good. Okay, so we're going to bring our feet a little bit wider again here. So widen those hips, toes turned out just in that 45-degree angle where it feels comfortable for you. And we're going to drop down into a few little side plie squats. So we're going to drop down and then lift up. Good. Drop down, lift up. So slightly wider into those hips. We're dropping down, lift up. Now just drop as far as comfortable. Don't need to go too low. We're just dropping down and lift up. Good. Drop down, lift up. A few more here. Going to drop down, lift up. And again, drop down, lift up. Last few. And up. Well done. And again, drop down, lift up, drop down, lift up. 2 more here. Good. And 1. And then coming back up. Well done. And we're going to just drop just halfway, so just part way here, so those knees are slightly bent. And I'm going to bring my hands in a slight diagonal position, so over my left, sort of just in front of my left leg here. And then with my right arm, I'm going to lift up and over with that rainbow shape here, and then fold that arm back in. Good. So again, we're going to reach up and over in that diagonal movement, and then fold that arm back in. And again, reaching up, follow with that head, and fold in. One more time, reaching up and then folding back in. Well done. Lifting back up. Do the same on the other side. So just slight bend here. Bring the hand just in that diagonal, so it's just in front of my right leg here. With this left arm, I'm going to lift up and over in that diagonal and then come back. So just drawing that rainbow up and above us and then fold that arm back in. Good. And again, reaching up, folding in. Good. Last couple. Reaching up and back. One last time. Reaching up and around and folding back in. Well done. Bring those arms back to that center. Lift back up. Very good. Okay, so I'm just going to come sideways on here so you can see me a bit better. We're going to do our standing scooter movement. So what I want you to do is feet at that hip width distance apart, and I'm just going to bend my knees slightly and flex here at my trunk, so I'm slightly bent forwards. Going to maintain this position, and with my right leg I'm going to stretch this leg back, reaching away and then folding it in. I'm going to reach away and fold in, and again reach away, fold in. Good. Reach away and back. Good. And again reach away and back. Now if you can, we're going to add our arms, reaching above at the same time and fold back. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring that leg back in. Very good. Now we're going to do the same onto the other side. So as before, we're going to bend those knees, just flex slightly at that trunk. With that opposite leg now, we're going to reach away and fold back. Reach away and back. So I'm really planted this opposite leg down onto the floor. It's supporting me as I reach away, fold back and back. Well done. If you can, let's add in those arms. We're going to reach away, stretch the arms and back. And again, reach away and back. And back, well done. Let's do one more. And folding back, well done. Fit those feet back down and come back up into standing, well done. Okay, so let's get our backs moving a bit more here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to drop your hands down. Just going to come down onto the fronts of my thighs here. Again, those knees just slightly bent. And I'm going to arch my back up, flexing through that spine, dropping down, gently extending, tucking under again, and then slowly coming back up. So like a little mini cat stretch. Let's do that again. So hands just rolling down, just onto the fronts of those thighs here. Knees slightly bent, and we're going to arch that back up, flexing that spine, dropping down, extending, and again, arching up, and then slowly back up. Okay, let's just do that one more time. So just hands coming down onto the front of that thigh, knees slightly bent, going to arch that back up, dropping down, extending, and again, arching back up, and then dropping down. This last one, we're going to arch up and then slowly coming back up into standing. Good. Now this time we're going to roll all the way down just as far as you're comfortable. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, roll these hands just slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath in when you reach your end point, and then gently on that out breath, we're going to come back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there, and as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good, one more time, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there, and as you breathe out, restacking back up into standing. Now on this next one, we're going to slowly come down onto our mats, and we're going to continue onto our sides. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, just slowly rolling those hands down towards the floor. Again, once you've reached your end point, just soften your knees. We're going to walk our hands down onto the mat, and we're going to come round and down onto our sides to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're going to continue down onto our sides here. So we're going to grab a thicker block if you've got one, or anything, a towel to support your head in this position. So I'm just going to place my head down into there. So we're going to start here with our clam movement. So we're going to have our feet and hips roughly in that line. Those hips are really stacked on top of each other. We start by keeping those feet together. We're going to push through those heels, lift up that top knee and lower back down. Now we want to keep those hips stacked as we lift through this top knee and lower. So imagine that wall behind us. We're not rolling back into it. We're keeping stacked as we're lifting and lowering. Now we want to feel it in this back pocket side area. If you don't, you might just need to bend or straighten your legs up a little bit. So just adjust that as you need to. So we're lifting and lowering through that top knee, keeping those hips stacked. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Good. Well done. And again, lifting and lowering. Excellent. Now if that feels comfortable here, then we can keep going with those feet down, or if you can, we're going to raise those feet up to hip height, and then we're lifting and lowering again through that top knee. So keeping those hips stacked, lifting and lowering. But if that feels too much of those feet raised, just keep those feet down onto the mat and continue lifting and lowering. Good. And again, lifting and lowering. A few more here. Well done. Good. Let's do last few. And let's do one more. And then lower that knee down. Well done. Lower those feet down. Let's drop that leg in front. Give those muscles a little rest there. So resting through that top leg. We'll just give that leg a little rest there. Lengthen that lower leg. and do a few little pulses of that inner thigh. So just breathing in and out. Good. Breathing in and out as we're pulsing this lower leg. Well done. Breathing in and out. Just working that inner thigh slightly here. Breath in and out. One more time. Breath in and out. And lower that leg back down. Well done. So we're going to bend these knees back up here, hips staying stacked. Now we're going to go into our side kick movement. So we're going to lift this top leg up to that hip height, keep that leg at that hip height, and we're going to glide the leg forwards and then gliding it back. So imagine that leg's on a table, you're just sliding it forwards and sliding it back. All the while keeping it at that hip height, really challenging those glute muscles as you're gliding forwards and gliding back. Well done. And again, glide forwards and glide back. Well done. And again, gliding forwards and gliding back. Now, if that's comfortable here, keep going with that knee bent, or if you can, we can straighten that top leg and we can glide forwards again, glide back. Now, that movement might be a little bit smaller with that top leg straight. That's fine. Just challenging that control through that center a little bit further. Now, if that top leg's straight, we're going to point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Nice, smooth movement, gliding forwards, gliding back, really challenging those glute muscles and that control through that center. Well done. Gliding forwards, gliding back. And again, gliding forwards, gliding back. A few more here, glide forwards, glide back. Keeping that leg at that hip height level. Well done. Just do a few more here. Gliding forwards, gliding back. Well done. Pointing those toes as we glide forward. Flexing that foot as we glide back. Well done. Point as we glide forward. Flex as we glide back. Well done. Gliding forwards, gliding back. Let's do one more. Glide forwards, glide back. And then lowering that leg back down. Well done. Give that muscle a rest. Okay, so if you can, we're going to come up onto our elbow here. So elbows directly underneath that shoulder. Now we're going to have my lower leg bent and we're going to straighten through this top leg. And with this top arm, we're going to reach it up and above me. So I'm going to bring my elbow towards my knee. They don't need to touch. We're going in that direction and then reaching away. So we're just folding in and reaching away. So working those abdominals a little bit here as well as we fold our body in and then extending away. Good. Folding in, reach away. So we do 8 more together. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring that arm back down, fold that leg back in. Very good. Okay, so let's bring our block and come around onto the opposite side. So we do the same series again. So we're going to come down onto that side. That head just being supported with that block. Those feet and hips are roughly in that line. So those hips are really stacked on top of each other. And we've still got that imaginary wall behind us we're not going to roll into. So feet together, we're going to push through those heels, lift up that top knee and lower back down. Keep those hips stacked as we're lifting and lowering through that top knee. Well done. And again, lifting and lowering. Now you want to feel it again in that back pocket side area. As before, if you don't, we might just need to straighten or bend those knees up just a little bit, just to get it feeling in the right place. Good. So we're lifting and lowering. Still making sure we're not rolling those hips back. We're keeping those hips stacked as we lift and lower through that top knee. Good. So we're going to keep going here. Pushing through those heels, lifting and lowering through that top knee. Well done. Good. Now, if that feels comfortable here, we can stay with those feet down, or if you can, we can raise those feet up to hip height and then lifting and lowering through that top knee. Good, so keeping those hips stacked, lifting and lowering. And again, lifting and lowering. Well done. And down, keeping those hips stacked, well done. If that's too much with those feet raised, just lower them back down, keep lifting and lowering if you can. The last few here, well done. Good. Keep going here if you can, last few. Let's do one more. And then lower those feet down. Well done. Drop that leg in front, stretch out that lower leg. So let's just give this top leg a little rest here. While we're doing that, we can just lengthen through that lower leg and just do a few little pulses of that inner thigh. So just breathing in and out. Good. Breathing in and out. Well done. And again, breath in and out. One more time, breath in and out. And lower that leg back down. Well done. Okay, so as we did before, we're going to bend those knees back up together again. We're going to go into our side kick movement. So we're going to lift this top leg up to that hip height. Keeping that leg at that hip height level, we're going to glide the leg forwards and gliding it back. So imagine that leg's on that table. We're gliding it forwards, gliding it back, keeping that control through that center as you glide forwards and glide back. Well done. And again, glide forwards, gliding back. Good. Keeping that control. Nice, smooth movement, gliding forwards, gliding back. So if that feels comfortable, keep that top knee bent, or if you can, we can straighten through this top leg. Same again, glide forwards, glide back. But we're keeping this leg at that hip height level, really to challenge those glutes as you glide forwards and glide back. And again, gliding forwards and gliding back. Well done. Keep that leg at that hip height, glide forwards and glide back. Well done. Really challenging that control through that center and those glutes to keep that leg at that hip height level. Well done. Gliding forwards, gliding back. If that leg is straight, you might just find that movement's a little bit smaller than when it was bent, but that's fine. Just keep that control through the center as you glide forwards and back. Well done. Gliding forwards, glide back. Few more here, keeping that leg at that hip height level. Well done. And back, gliding forwards and back. Last few. Good. Let's do one more. Glide forwards, glide back, and then lowering that leg down. Well done. Give that muscle a little rest there. A little rub as well if you want to. Okay, so we're going to come up onto our elbow as we did before. So that elbow directly underneath that shoulder. We have that lower knee bent and the top leg straight. And we're going to reach this top arm up and above our head. So we're going to bring that elbow towards that knee. They don't need to touch, just towards each other, and then reach away. So we're bringing in those abdominals a little bit here as we're folding in and reaching away. Good. Fold in and reach away. Let's do 8 more. So we're going to go 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring that arm back down, fold that leg back in. Very good. Okay, so we're going to come down now onto our backs. So I'll just put my block back down. We're going to come down onto our backs here. So feet and knees just that hip width distance apart. And if you can, we're just going to tilt that pelvis forwards and back to start with, just to find that midpoint between those two movements. So in that nice neutral position. Those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. So we're going to start here with our bridge movement. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to lift up that bottom just as far as comfortable, coming up into that bridge. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, gently coming back down to that start. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, gently coming back to that start. Good. And again, using those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, slowly coming back down. Good. And again, lifting up. Coming up into that bridge, breath in here. Then as you breathe out, slowly coming back down. Now if you can, we're going to add some heel raises in. So we're going to lift up into that bridge, hold that lifted, keep that pelvis level, and we're going to raise one heel and down, and the opposite heel and down, and then lowering that spine back down. But if that feels too much with the heel raise, just keep lifting and lowering with those feet down. If you can, we're going to lift up again, hold that here, keep this pelvis level, and we're going to raise one heel and down, opposite heel and down, then lowering back to that start. Good, just do a few more here. So we're lifting up into that bridge, hold that there, raise a heel and down, opposite leg, good, and gently back down. Good, just do last few here, lifting up, hold that position, raise a heel and down, opposite leg, and then lowering back down. Good, last few, lifting up, hold that there, use those bottom muscles, raise the heel and down, opposite leg, and lowering back down. Good, and again, lifting up, and again, and lowering back down. Let's do one last time, lifting up, hold that there, raise the heel if you can, and down, opposite heel, down, and then lowering back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to move through our lower abdominals a little bit here with our scissors movement, and we're going to float one leg up into that tabletop position. I want you to keep this knee at that 90-degree angle, and we're going to tap the foot down, lift up and lower. Opposite leg lifted, we're going to tap that foot down, lift up and lower. Good, and again lifting up, tap down, lift up and lower. Good, so keep alternating sides here. We're watching for that knee bending. We're going to keep that knee at that 90 degrees. So lowering that leg down, lowering from that hip. So we're lifting up, tap down, lift up and down. Good. Alternating sides and down. Well done. Now if that feels comfortable here, we need to keep going, alternating legs. Or if you can, we're going to float one leg, then the other leg up into double tabletop and do the same again, tap down, lift up. Now if you start to feel your back is arching here or your tummy's really bracing, come back to that single leg, and we can always mix and match through those levels. We want to make sure we're keeping that tummy nice and flat, engaging that core. Well done. Breathing out, tap down, breathe in, fold back. Good. So do a few more here, keep those shoulders down, collarbones wide. Well done. Alternating sides, and again tap down, lift up. Well done, and again tap down, lift up. Good. And again tap down, lift up. Well done, and again tap down, lift up. Let's do one more each side. And then just lowering those legs one at a time, back down. And then let's bring those knees in, have a nice little hug and stretch out through that back. Well done. So just breathing in and out. On that out breath, just sinking down into that stretch. Well done. Breath in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Relaxing down one more time. Breath in and out. And then just lowering those legs one at a time back to that start. Okay, so we're going to bring in some abdominal work here. And I'm going to put my hand behind my head just to support my head here. I'm going to raise one leg back into that tabletop position. I want you to take a breath in. As you breathe out, I'm going to lift my head into that abdo prep. At the same time, extend this leg away and then fold back. Now we're going to stick with the same leg. We're going to breathe out, reach away, breathe in, fold back. Good, breathe out, reach away, breathe in, fold back. Good, and again, breathe out, extend away, breathe in, fold back. And again, breathe out, extend away, breathe in to fold back. Well done, breathe out, extend away, breathe in to fold back. Now on this next one, if you can, we're going to extend that leg, hold that abdo prep, lower the leg down towards the floor, lift it back up and fold back in. Good, so we're breathing out. Hold that abdo prep, lower the leg down, lift back up and back. And again, breathing out. Fold back in. Good, and again. Extend, lower down, lifting up and fold back. Last couple here. And folding back one more time. And lowering back down, well done. We do the same with the side, so opposite lifted into that tabletop. Just going to start with just stretching that leg, so breath in. As you breathe out, extend the leg away, lift into that abdo prep, breathe in to fold back. And again, breathing out, extending that leg. Breathing in to fold back. Good. And lowering. So just working those abdominals, reaching away and fold back. Now on this next one, we're going to reach away, hold that abdo prep, lower the leg down, lift up and fold back. And again, reaching away, lower down, lift up and fold back. Good. And again, breathe out, lower down, lift up and back. So breathing out, so reaching away, breathing in as you're folding back. Good. Good, and again, a few more here. So we're lifting, holding that abdo prep, reaching away, lowering, and fold back. Good, last couple. And one more time, reach away, lower down, lift up, and fold back. Well done, lowering that leg back down. Now I'm going to bring my hands out from behind my head here. I'm going to raise one leg into that tabletop. Now we're going to bring in our obliques a little bit here. Now with my opposite hand, I'm going to press it onto this knee that's lifted into tabletop. And we're going to push into that knee. So I'm going to resist against each other. And I'm going to hold that there. And as you hold it, you can just feel that tension into those tummy muscles. Holding, holding, holding. Breathing in and out. And then we're going to release off that tension and stretch that opposite arm and leg away. Good, so we're going to fold back in together and we're going to push in, holding, holding, breathing in and out, feeling that tension into those abdominals. Well done, breathing in and out, that kind of static contraction. And then release off and stretch that opposite arm and leg away. Good, so we're folding back again, pushing in, holding that static contraction, breathing in and out. Feel that tension across those tummy muscles. Good. And then reaching opposite arm and leg away again. Fold back in. Good. Pushing in. Holding that contraction, breathing in and out. Pushing into that knee. Well done. And then reaching arm and leg away. One more time. Pushing into that knee. Feel that contraction, well done. Breathing in and out. And then reaching arm and leg away, well done. Folding back in, good. Lower that leg back down. We do the same on the other side. So opposite leg lifted, we're going to opposite hand push into that knee. So we're going to statically push into that knee, resisting that movement. Feel that tension into those abdominals, holding that there, breathing in and out. Good, breathing in and out. And then relax off and reach opposite arm and leg away. Good, folding in, push in, holding, holding, breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. Holding, breath in and out. One more breath in and out. And then relaxing, reaching opposite arm and leg away. Good, folding in again. Pushing in, resisting that movement, hold it there, feel that tension into those abdominals, breathing in and out. So we're statically contracting those muscles, well done. Relax that tension off and then reach opposite arm and leg away. Good, last two here, pushing into that knee, feel that contraction of that muscle, holding that there, breathing in and out. Good, breathing in and out. And then reaching opposite arm and leg away. Good. One more time. Pushing into that knee. Holding that static contraction. Breathing in and out. Good. Releasing off and stretching arm and leg away. And then folding back. Well done. Lowering that leg back down. Well done. Very good. Okay, so let's just have a nice stretch out through those toe muscles now. We're going to have our hands down by our side or out to the side of us. We're going to drop those knees over to one side. Turn your head to that opposite side if you can. And gently coming back up and over to the opposite direction. So we're just rotating side to side from here. Dropping those knees over, turning that head, rotating through that spine. Coming back up and over in the opposite direction. Good, drop those knees over, turning that head, gently coming back up and over in that opposite direction. So we're rotating side to side from here, turning that head, gently coming back up and over onto that opposite side. So we'll do a few more here and back. Well done, lifting back up, drop those knees over, turning that head and gently coming back up. Last few and back, well done. Let's just do one more each side, drop those knees over, turning that head and gently coming back up and over in that opposite direction. Well done, and then back to that start. Bring those arms down by your side. Okay, so we're just going to stretch through the backs of our legs now, but we're going to do it with a bit of movement. So I want you to bring this knee pointing up towards the ceiling, then we're going to straighten out through that leg as far as you can. I want you to flex the foot, lower the leg down towards the floor, point the toes, lift back up. Flex the foot, lower back down to the floor, point the toes, lift back up. Flex the foot, lower down, point the toes, lifting up. Flex the foot, lower down, point the toes, lifting up. Good. Flexing to lower down, point to lift up. So we're just gently feeling that stretch through the back of the leg here. Just gently moving and stretching through the back of the leg with a bit of movement. Flex, lower down, point the toes, lifting up. Flex the foot, lower down, point the toes, lift up. Very good. Point the toes, lift up, flex to lower down. Well done. Flexing to lower down. And again. Let's do one more time. And lifting back up from there, bend that knee, very good, lower that leg back down. Do the same in the side, so knee up towards the ceiling, we're going to straighten out through that leg, and then we're going to flex the foot, lower the leg down, point the toes, lifting up. Flex the foot, lower down, point the toes, lifting up. Flex the foot, lower down, point the toes, lift up. Good, flex, lower down, point the toes, lift up. So we're gently moving through the back of the leg here. Flex the foot, lower down, point the toes, lift up, flex, lower down, point the toes, lift up. Well done. Point the toes, lifting up, flex the foot, lower down. So just gently moving through the back of the leg. Point the toes, lift up, flex the foot, lower down, point to lift up, flex to lower down. Good. And again, lifting and lowering. Last few. One more time, point to lift up, flex to lower. And then bend the knee, lower, back down from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to stretch out through our bottom muscles now. So popping that foot onto the opposite knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we can bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. So just breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. Just relaxing down into that stretch, that little bit further if you can. Breathing in and out, sinking down into that stretch. And again, breathing in and out. Good. Holding this stretch here. Well done. Breathing in and out. Relaxing down. Well done. And again, breath in and out. Good, then just going to lower that leg back down. We do the same with the side, so opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. Then we're going to hold this stretch here. So breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out, sinking into that stretch. Well done. And again, breath in and out. Last few, breathing in and out, just sinking into that out breath a little bit further if you can, just stretching into that bottom muscle. Very good. One more time, breath in and out. And then just lowering that leg back down. Well done. And then we're going to come up into sitting here. So just sitting comfortably onto the mat, either legs crossed or legs out in front, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then we're just going to have a little stretch through our upper body here. So just relax those shoulders down, a few little shoulder rolls, drop those shoulders down. I'm going to bring those elbows in towards my side. I'm just going to open those hands out, so palms up towards the ceiling and fold back. Just going to breathe out, just opening out through the front of that chest as we open those hands out and then fold back in. And again, opening out and fold back in. Well done. And again, open out and folding out in. That's it, opening out, folding back in. Well done. Now on this next one, we're going to open out, reach those palms away and then fold back. Good. And again, opening out, reach away and fold back. Good. Opening out, reach away and fold back. Lovely. Last few. Reach away and fold back. Good. Last couple. Reach away and back. One last time. Opening out, reach away and folding back. Well done. Relaxing those shoulders. Then thumbs forward. We're going to raise those hands up towards the ceiling. And then I want you to bring them down nice and wide. Good. And again, reaching up. Bring those arms down nice and wide. Good. Last couple, reach up. Bring those arms down wide. Let's do one more time. Reaching up. And bring those hands down wide. Good. And relaxing those shoulders. Fantastic. Well done. I hope you've enjoyed the class. Thanks for joining me and hopefully see you again soon.